welcome to today's video. I'm so excited for this one because it's going to be a glam video of a whole new kind. Welcome back to the channel if you are someone who is already subscribed and part of Wear Fam. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Aanam. I go by Aanam C on the internet and I create lifestyle, travel vlogs and a whole lot of beauty content. I hope that if you enjoy today's video, you'll hit like on it and subscribe to get those bell notifications so that you get more alerts on all of my upcoming videos. I post very regularly over here on YouTube. Let's not make this intro any longer and let's dive right into it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm sitting here completely barefaced. The only thing on me right now is this lip oil that I absolutely love. It's the Verified Lip Love Lip Oil. I'm really excited to do this catfish style makeup glam because I've seen so many people do it on the internet and I think I've been on the fence of the whole thing for the most part because I'm like, why would you want to look like someone else? In my head, makeup is all about accentuating your own features and looking glam but still looking like yourself. So I guess in today's video you're going to see me trying to accentuate my own features like I typically do, but also really pulling up the glam in ways that I typically don't, because I'm a very subtle glam kind of a person. Otherwise, I love my neutrals, I love the subtlety. I'm a very classic glam kind of person. I'm talking too much for someone who said let's not make the intro any longer, so literally let's get started. I'm starting out with the Clinique Moisture Surge, which is a beautiful gel-based moisturizer. What I love about it, even though I have dry skin, is that gel-based products are so absolutely perfect for pre-makeup wear. I feel like even though I have dry skin, I don't like to opt for richer, creamier moisturizers pre-makeup because they sweat more easily on the skin. And we're sitting here in Mumbai in the heat, in the humidity, hoping that we sweat as little as possible, which in any case is a very ambitious goal. So using a gel-based product pre-makeup is going to be the first tip I give you today. I know I've mentioned this in a couple of videos recently, but because in case you're new here, let me tell you that the sideburns are really awkward. Let me kind of address that straight off the bat. I have been someone who has been shaving them off forever and suddenly I feel like growing them out. So I'm just in between that really weird growth phase, if that makes sense. I am a big believer in primer. However, the one product I make that exception for is this Lakme 9 to 5 Primer Plus Matte Foundation. It is a product that I have literally, it's almost over. It is a product that I have raved about and how it surprised me really, because I had very low expectations of this when I first tried it when it came out. I want to say in 2020, or was it 2021? No, I think it was 2020. And I was very impressed with it. The reason you're only seeing me apply this on half the face is because it does dry down really quickly. It is a matte finish, medium to full coverage, quite versatile foundation, I want to say. And but it dries down really quickly, so I want to do half a face at a time and get that glam really going. Now typically I would stop at this much because I feel like it's more than enough for me. I am a less foundation kind of a girl, but since today we're taking a little bit of that catfish approach, I'm gonna try to build it up some more and hopefully I won't make a mess of this, because I feel like the glam we used to do in 2016, 2017 kind of days was more like Insta glam, you know the vibe? I think basically we're going to go back into that. This is typically where I would stop, where my skin still looks like skin. And then this is literally my best skin, which is serum and moisturizer on it. Now I'm a little bit worried, but we're going to do this because I've taken it up as a challenge. Really making it full coverage. A little bit yellow also on screen. I think it'll settle because the shade is usually very bang on for me. Has anybody who's watching seen that huge TikTok trend about taking a whole lot of foundation and just applying it with your hands on your face? Has anybody tried that out? Please tell me in the comments, because I've seen it everywhere, but I don't have the heart to give that a go. Or should that be a shorts that I try? Because it just seems like a lot and it's off-brand for me, like I've already made clear so far already, but maybe I should try it. If you have tried it, please drop a comment and tell me what it's actually like and what you think of it as a viewer as well, even if you haven't tried it. eyelids look a whole different shade. Gonna just touch upon it really quickly. We'll set it down with concealer and powder in a bit. This skin tint kind of gal is a little bit modified with what this looks like on the screen, basically what you're seeing right now. In person it looks a little bit better, I'm going to say, but I'm going to trust the process. I really truly believe in trusting the process when it comes to makeup. Sometimes you've just got to roll with it. I am using the Sugar concealer. This is probably my favorite Sugar product because I feel like it goes on really nice and easy and blends really well. Again, I'm only going to apply enough for one and then blend that in so it doesn't dry down, because I know we do have a more matte dried down foundation formula underneath, so I don't want to take that risk. We're taking enough risks for this video, generally speaking. I remember those days when I could not apply concealer directly. I always needed corrector, so I feel like I've really looked after my skin and my under eyes over the years, and the fact that I can apply a little bit of concealer and I feel like I'm done is me coming a really long way in my beauty journey. If you have been following me for a while, you know what my under eyes used to look like versus what they look like now. I mean, I'm not saying I have great under eyes, but I'm saying they've just gotten better over a period of time with really looking after it. So if there's anything that you feel, oh, I want to work on this, but is it even really going to make a difference? The answer is yes, and this applies to skincare, applies to beauty, and frankly applies to life as well. Anything you make an effort towards, you work towards, will show you results. You just have to stay consistent. You just have to truly put your heart in it and give it all your effort, and then leave the rest to, you know, trusting the process. Like I said, I can already see this settling down a little bit more as compared to what it looked like 5-7 minutes ago when I started it out. I am going to go ahead and tag whatever products I can find here on the video, so make sure you keep an eye out on that. That's a really handy dandy feature that I've been using quite a bit. I've got my trustworthy Fit Me over here for a complete full coverage look. This one is an absolute no-brainer. It is a product that I've used for years and years and years on full coverage makeup and extreme full coverage makeup, even like the one we're doing today, and I feel like it works beautifully. It is a little bit thick, so I'm going to give you the disclaimer that if you like a medium or natural coverage, then I would not suggest this. But on the kind of look that we're doing today, I think it's the only one that makes sense. I've left a little bit excess over there, which I'm going to take another beauty blender and go wipe out with so that it's all nice and done. I was going to go ahead and put some loose powder on my lids as well, but I'm going to leave that as is because I feel like that makes for a nice almost primer of sorts on the eyelid. So when I do go in with my eyeshadow, it'll sit and hold the powder products really well. My hair visibly needs a little bit of styling and work too. I straightened it a couple of days ago, but since then it's been in a bun, it's been in a jura. I've, you know, moved it around so much. We'll do something to it towards the end of this video. I'm going to go to one of my current favorite makeup steps. If you know me, you know what I'm talking about. Brows. I love a good pair of brows, and I have gotten more and more obsessed with perfecting my brow look. I feel like I, in the middle, had become the kind of person that would go ahead and shave all the excess hair so often, too often, if I'm being honest. And now I'm like, okay, you know what? Let the excess hair just be. Let's not be crazy obsessive. And let's just work on the makeup as it is. With brows, I feel it really does make or break the way your makeup looks. The level of face framing and all of that that brows can do is fantastic. Do they match? Sometimes one brow comes out thicker than the other, and then I kind of have to tone it down a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna leave them as is for now, and if by the end of the total look I think anything needs balancing, we will get back to it. Okay, so for the eyes, I've selected the Huda Beauty Empower palette. This became my favorite so quickly when I got my hands on this a while ago. I feel like the shades it has are absolutely fantastic and textures are beautiful. So the aim is to start off with giving myself a nice natural wash and then some kind of a smoky cut lifted kind of vibe when I'm aiming for not just glam but also a catfish vibe, as the trend has it. I'm gonna try to do something with my eyes very different from what I typically do. So let's just start off with a natural wash for now, and then we will consciously work towards our goal together. So I started out with the shade Keep Going, which is a neutral brown from the palette, and gave my eyelid a complete wash. Very simple, going all over it. However, towards the outside, I'm working my way upwards of the socket, working towards the brow bone essentially, not taking it on the same level, on the same plane as the eyeball, but lifting it up so that we're giving the eyes a slightly more foxy finish. Next, I'm taking the shade Legacy from the palette, which is a much deeper brown. It has a rusty finish to it as well, and applying it towards the outer corner of my eyes. I'm using a different brush to blend it than I did to apply it, and I'm just blending the whole thing out. You'll also see me going back into the previous brush and just blending out the entire socket, lid, all of it really well. There is a little bit of an unevenness on both the eyes, but don't worry, I'm going to take some concealer and fix it out so that the shape on both the eyes is both lifted and identical one to another. Going back into the same sugar concealer we used earlier and applying just a little bit in this upward direction, again taking one eye at a time. This just helps give you a sharper, better shape and exactly what you intend to do basically. This is also why a lot of people may sometimes choose to do the eyeshadow before they go into the base, especially if you're going to be doing something harsh or with a lot of color. I could have done it like that, but I don't know why. I'm a little bit of a skeptic with the foundation application once you've already applied the eyeshadow. Comparing both the eyes, I do feel like this eye has also gone a little bit darker than the other, but now that I've already applied the concealer, I'm going to blend it and then try to fix that later. Okay, now that we have that situation kind of fixed, I am going into, I'm really debating taking some solid gold over here and applying it on my eyes, but I think instead we're gonna go with this one over here, which is not a gold, it's this mishmash of a few different metallic shades. All right, let's hope we get this right. That's a lot of bling. Not very my style, but I guess that's the point of this video, is that I'm not entirely trying to look like me today. Cleaning up all the fallout, the glitter foil texture does go everywhere, which I'm actually only just realizing. I'm gonna take some more of that super dark brown. By the way, the brushes I'm using are the Verified brushes, all of them, for face, for eyes. These are literally the only brushes I use. And I'm just gonna go give myself a little wash under the eyes. One of the things again that I don't really do very often, but I think I'm gonna do today, is applying kajal. I'm using the Plum Kajal, which is a really good drugstore option. I'm going ahead and applying a light little layer on my lower as well as upper lash line, tight lining and adding some definition with an all-round kajal use. Okay, so for the liner, I typically just do a regular wing, but should we do a big fat foxy liner where you take it like inside towards the, you know, inner corner of your tear duct? But I feel like whenever I have tried to do that in the past, I make a mess of it. And the reason I make a mess of it is because I'm one of those people whose eyes, the inner corner, starts to water fairly easily. I don't have sensitive eyes, but the inner corners on both sides, if there's something that bugs them, it is the first part that starts to water. And my fear is obviously that if I attempt to do that and my eyes start to water, we might have a situation. And so keeping that in mind, I decided to give myself a slightly more elongated than usual wing liner on both eyes. I am so tempted to just go in and add that little tear duct detail, but I'm also horrified that if I land up, you know, dripping from there, it's gonna ruin everything. I have messed up the wing on the inner corner in the attempt to completely even both inner corners out. And now they are far thicker than I intended for them to be, the inner corners. Should I take them off and then reapply them? Should I just let it be? Can this fly? I'm gonna leave them as is for the moment because I feel like the lashes will cover that little bit of a flaw up. So like I said, trusting the process, it is my main takeaway for you, I guess, in today's video. Gonna go ahead and use the Lash Paradise L'Oreal mascara. Oh god, I love this mascara so much. I know a lot of people find it difficult to take it off their eyelashes at the end of a day, but just use a good oil-based makeup remover and you will be fine. The tip that I'm going to give you with this particular mascara, actually with any other mascara, is always start from the root of your lashes. I feel like a lot of us just apply it on the top and wonder why we're not getting the mascara campaign kind of finish. But to be honest, this makes a huge difference when you just go into the root, to the closest comfortable part towards your eye. You will get the optimal use of the mascara from there. And yeah, you have to apply mascara even if you're going to wear lashes. That is something I have to specify because I know a lot of people who don't, and it will not give you that complete makeup artist pro kind of a finish. Your natural lashes have to be blended in with the lashes. So please make sure to apply your mascara. I'm seeing a little bit of a bare corner here, which is not matching the other eye. So just taking my kajal and evening it out. Our face is still pending, but we're gonna finish off the lashes and then move to the face, which I'm also very excited about, by the way. Time to open a new set of lashes. The lashes I am putting on are the Verified So Extra lashes. These are absolutely fantastic for any and all kind of glam looks. My main tip with the lashes to you is going to be to always focus on the middle of your iris. Really, literally speaking, I feel like a lot of times the lashes can be applied too in or too out, both of which will give it a droopy effect either on the inside or outside. So the more in the middle your lashes, the better it is. Another tip that I'm going to give you with the lashes, especially if you're using a non-natural finish, more thick, voluminous glam game with your lash, is, I don't know if the camera, yeah, you can see it. I've literally cut off 3 strands towards the outside, not inside, with the lash. Now, with a lot of lashes, not with our Verified lashes, you might start to feel weight very easily. So what cutting off any lashes will do is just lighten it up and give you that lifted look as opposed to a full strip, which will make it look like you're wearing false lashes. Not to say that this doesn't look like you're wearing false lashes, but that looks a little bit more old school, whereas this is a lot cleaner, it's easier, and it's more convincing, I would say. Now it's time to move to the face, and I'm particularly excited because we have some new launches we're going to be playing with. This video you're seeing in June, but in present day I'm sitting on May 18th. And these launches are yet to go out into the world, but I'm happy that I get to share these with you here in today's video, so much in advance kind of. Using Black Coffee Contour. Of course, I'm using a sample packaging over here. Giving myself some definition on my cheekbones. Super airbrushed finish, very easy to work with and very pigmented, so go in with very little and then build it up only if you need to. I feel like this much is fine. I'm just going to blend it out a little bit more rather, because I've just placed it and now I'm blending. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. My hair's a mess, but let's ignore that. Like I said, we'll get to that in the next couple of minutes. One of my absolute favorite things to do recently has become contouring my jaw. I took a very big break from contouring in the middle, which I'm back to since a while. I couldn't always record it, of course, but I feel like this has made my life so much easier, and I feel like it really does pull together the full coverage glam days so wonderfully, easily, minimal effort. Next up, I'm going to take Cinnaba, another one in sample packaging. Very excited for you guys to see and experience these very, very soon. I mean, it's probably already out while this video goes up, but in present day, it's still to be out there. It's a beautiful terracotta zone, very good for Indian skin kind of a blush. You can see how easily it goes on. There is an airbrush finish with all of the new launches, the new blush shades, the bronzer, the contour, everything, which makes the application super, super, super easy. I've accidentally gone a little low over here with the product. We'll clean that up, don't worry. I love that about powder finishes as opposed to cream finishes, which are a little bit less forgiving. Once you kind of get a cream product into your base, it's very, very difficult to hit undo, a little Command Z on that. Whereas with powder products, I feel like they're a lot more forgiving, flexible. I'm taking some IRL Paris Filter loose powder and just leaving it here. You can do this with a beauty blender if you don't want to do it with a brush even. So when you make mistakes like this, don't worry. There's always a solution around it. And just to match it, I'm gonna do it on both sides. I really need to do something about my side lock situation. Suggestions are welcome in the comments. This actually is baking under your cheekbones is actually a really great way to give and kind of elevate the whole catfish, extra glam, insta glam vibe we're all going into, because what this does is accentuates your contour even more and just gives that very done, chiseled look. So in a way, this is going in our favor, to be honest. I'm glad that little mistake happened. Wiping off my lip oil from before so we can go in with the lipstick. Now with the lipstick, I'm a little bit confused because there's so much happening on the face. Should I go for something nude or should I go for something deep and just kind of let the whole look, you know, be its own little hero? Typically, Aanam would go nude to kind of let the eyes do the talking, the face, and, you know, kind of just have everything else that's going on have its own, you know, moment in the sun. But since we're doing things today that are not as me, I love a red lip, but I wouldn't necessarily pair a red lip with this, but I do think that it'll make for like quite a statement. So maybe I should go for a red lip. But I also want you guys to be able to recreate this glam on your own. So I'm super confused. What should I do? Should I do like a red lip? Should I do like a super dark lip? Or should I do like a really realistic, nice, lovely nude? I think let's just go with the nude. This is what I would organically do. And I think I've done enough things today that are not as me. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a nice nude lip that pulls this look in together. I am outlining a little bit more than usual, so I guess something's giving. The pencil I'm using is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour in the shade Trendsetter. And the lipstick we're using today is the Verified Lip Frosting Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Butter Blondie. Let's get rid of the bake. Did I use the wrong brush? I'm rather clumsy today. Am I not? Yeah, I am. I didn't use the wrong brush, by the way. Just clarifying. Taking some of that IRL Paris filter and just applying a thin layer on my face. What this does is sets down that makeup for long hours, gives it that airbrushed finish, mattifies it, and it's usually the second last step of my makeup look. I will apply highlighter after this. This, you can see how it has instantly blurred my skin. It has given me that Paris filter like finish, but in real life, which is why it's called what it's called. I love what it looks like. I love what it does to my skin. Can you see how the foundation shade and how it's settled down and it's just everything's fallen into place? This is why I say trust the process. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly do a little bit of glamming to my hair and come back to you in a quick second. I'm back with my hair all curled and done. I like the way my face looks really matte right now because this really works and lasts long. But we're going to use some Topaz highlighter and add a little bit more glam to today's look. I'm going to keep the highlighter a little bit subtle in a sense that I don't want it to steal the focus from the eyes because I do really like the way the eyes are looking. Every time I look at my like sideburns, side locks, it annoys me a little bit, but I tell myself to be patient and let them grow out maybe a few more weeks. I'm also going to take a little bit of highlighter and pop it here on my brow bone. A lot of people also like highlighter on their chin, which can look really nice, but we're going to skip that today. And with that, I'm officially done, and this is the final look. I love the final look. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. It is in some ways still my style, in some ways not as usual my style. So I kind of really like where we've landed. Let me know your thoughts, your honest thoughts down below in the comment section. And as I always tell you, you know, if you're a regular subscriber, watcher, viewer, part of Wear Fam, you know I always say this. I love reading, liking, hearting and responding to each and every one of your comments. Use the hashtag WearFam down below in the comments so I can possibly give you one of the Wear Fam comment shoutouts in one of the upcoming videos. Today's Wear Fam comment shoutout goes to Kritika Sharma. Thank you so much for leaving your really sweet comments, your thoughts, your honest feedback. I'm here for absolutely all of it. I hope you're enjoying all the content here. If you are, a little reminder to hit that bell notification on. Oh, I did that just above my 100k plaque. I love that. Hopefully someday soon we'll be at the 1 million mark. Manifesting this for all of us, for me, for you, for the content. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Bye.